The film opens with a man named Jackson jolting awake inside his car, his heart racing, his body frozen in place. He tries to move, but nothing responds. Panic sets in immediately. It is completely dark. As his eyes slowly adjust, he peers through the windows and sees nothing but thick mud and slush pressing in from every direction. That's when the horrifying truth hits him. He is trapped in a mudslide. What terrifies him even more is that he doesn't remember how it happened. The last clear memory he has is driving home along a narrow mountain road. Everything after that is gone. His nose is bleeding, and the suffocating darkness makes one thing clear. He isn't just stuck. He is buried deep underground, invisible to the world above. Fear takes over. He reaches for the door and tries to open it, but it won't move. As terrifying as that feels, opening it now would actually kill him instantly. The pressure outside would flood the car with mud. His condition worsens as panic drains his strength. Desperate, he grabs his phone and dials emergency services, but there is no signal. That confirms his worst fear. He is far below the surface. He tries the car radio next, hoping for any response, but it's dead too. The silence pushes him closer to panic. He thrashes in frustration, and the car sinks slightly deeper. The movement scares him even more. That's when he realizes the truth. If he wants to survive, he must stay calm. Every movement could make things worse. The pressure becomes overwhelming, and he feels tears building up. Fighting it, he pulls himself together and records a video message explaining that he is trapped in a mudslide. He hopes someone will find him within the next hour. Trying to stay focused, he grabs the car manual and begins drawing a rough map, retracing his route. He remembers passing a hill, but beyond that, his memory fails him again. Slowly, it dawns on him. He must have driven straight into the mudslide and passed out on impact. Normally, when a landslide happens, emergency crews search the area. He clings to that hope. But deep down, a darker thought creeps in. What if no one finds him in time? His fear spikes when he notices cracks forming in the sunroof. The mud above him is packed with stones. If the glass shatters, the car will instantly fill, and he won't stand a chance. Waiting is no longer an option. He has to act. Disoriented, he can't even tell which direction the car is facing. Using his phone and a bit of water, he checks the angle. The left side is completely blocked, but the right side seems slightly less compressed. If there's any chance of escape, it's there. Before he can make a move, something else crawls into the nightmare. Ants begin pouring into the car. He knows even small bites could lead to infection. Fighting fear with focus, he seals the tiny openings to keep them out. Next, he tries honking the horn, hoping someone nearby might hear it. The sound goes nowhere. No response. Nothing. Panic surges again, but he forces himself to stop. He knows uncontrolled movement could kill him faster than the mud. To calm his racing mind, he watches a video of his pregnant wife. He loves her deeply. Her face steadies him. Slowly, exhaustion pulls him into sleep. In his sleep, he has a nightmare. He is trapped inside a water bottle, gasping, unable to breathe. He wakes up violently, his body screaming danger. Fully alert now, he checks the time. It's nearly 9 in the morning. He has been trapped since 3. 6 hours have passed and no one has come. That's when the truth finally settles in. No one is coming. Whatever needs to be done next, he must do it himself. He crawls into the back seat and slowly rolls down a window, hoping it might offer a way out. Instead, thick mud instantly pours inside. He slams the window shut just in time, his heart pounding. That moment crushes his last hope of escaping from the right side. As despair settles in, a sharp cracking sound breaks the silence. He looks up and sees the sunroof beginning to fracture under the immense weight above. He hurriedly applies tape, but it's useless. The pressure is too strong. Thinking fast, he grabs a wrench and forces it into place, bracing the glass as tightly as he can. The stress is unbearable. His mouth is dry, his body shaking. Desperate, he drinks the last of his water. Only after swallowing it does the regret hit him. That was his only supply. Now, there is nothing left. Overwhelmed, he draws a small cross on the seat and begins to pray. He begs to be saved. He promises to do anything. All he wants is to see his wife again. A terrifying thought haunts him. What if she never finds out where he died? What if she thinks he simply disappeared? Those thoughts push him to act. He refuses to give up. He opens the trunk, searching for anything useful. While doing so, he notices water slowly dripping through the cracked sunroof. It's filthy, but it could keep him alive. He tries drinking straight from the leak, but the drops are too slow. Attempting to widen the opening, he slips and cuts his finger. Pain shoots through his hand, but then he makes a smart decision. He tapes a bottle beneath the crack, letting the water collect. It's dirty, but it quenches his thirst. Soon, another problem hits. He needs to relieve himself. He holds it as long as he can, but eventually urinates into an empty bottle, knowing survival means sacrificing dignity. In the trunk, he finds 2 metal rods. He pushes one through the cracked sunroof to measure how deep he is buried. There's no light. He attaches the second rod and forces it upward, straining against the packed mud. Still, nothing. Hope flickers, but he refuses to quit. He adds a third rod and pushes with every ounce of strength he has. Finally, a small beam of light appears. Relief washes over him. He realizes he's buried only 4 to 5 feet deep. Climbing out would be difficult, but not impossible. The rod does more than show depth. It creates a channel. His voice can now travel upward. Air can flow in, and it gives him a way to signal for help. But then he makes a critical mistake. He lights a fire to send a smoke signal. Instead of escaping, the smoke fills the car. Oxygen drops fast, and toxic fumes make it hard to breathe. He sits there, calculating, hoping the smoke will rise before it kills him. Suddenly, he hears a sliding sound. He turns just in time to see the rod slipping back down. Panicking, he reaches for it, knowing it's his lifeline. The rod drops fast, strikes his head, and everything goes black. While unconscious, he dreams he's home. But even there, mud surrounds the house, pressing in from all sides. It's not real. It's a hallucination. He wakes abruptly. Blood is pouring from his head. Fighting dizziness, he tears off his shirt and presses it against the wound, trying to stop the bleeding. When he looks up again, the sunroof has finally given in. Mud has poured into the car, thick and heavy. Buried within it, he finds a dead bird. He keeps it, knowing it might be his only source of food later. Time drags on and his condition continues to worsen. Exhausted, he closes his eyes. The scene suddenly shifts. In what feels like a miracle, he has survived. He is back to living a normal life. He now has a baby, a happy family, and a steady job. Everything seems perfect. He even receives a promotion. Life moves forward quickly, almost too quickly. Then something feels wrong. He notices his colleague standing nearby, blood streaming from her nose and mouth. The sight terrifies him. He jolts awake. He is still in the car. Everything he just saw was only a dream, and now he understands the truth. He is not going to survive. Accepting his fate, he wipes himself clean with his shirt and begins recording a final message for his wife. He tells her how deeply he loves her, how excited he was to become a father, and how none of this was his choice. He asks Lori for forgiveness. He never wanted to leave. Fate forced his hand. Then he records a message for his unborn child. He explains that this recording is proof that his father loved him, that he never left by choice, and that the child should never blame himself. He smiles while speaking, but his eyes are heavy with sadness. When the camera stops, he breaks down and cries. Weak and drained, he falls asleep once more. We are then shown the accident itself. He was driving home when a sudden mudslide struck, sending his car crashing off the cliff. The image fades. He wakes again. The dream is gone, but the accident was real. His memory returns. A full day has passed. He is starving. His wounds are infected. His throat burns with thirst, forcing him to drink his own urine. To fight hunger, he licks the salt from an empty chips packet. Then he hears a loud crash. He turns around to see the rear of the car crushed. More mud begins falling in. The sunroof floods rapidly, and he knows his end is near. As panic takes over, a realization hits him. The mud has settled. The surface is closer now. Clinging to that thought, he gathers every bit of strength he has left. He opens a gift from his wife and finds seeds from her favorite flowers. He eats them for energy. Using the metal rod that struck him earlier, he prepares to climb. He connects a pipe to the spare tire, creating a small supply of oxygen. Slowly and painfully, he digs upward through the mud. Inch by inch, he makes progress. Hope returns. Then everything collapses. More mud crashes down. As he struggles to clear it, the crushing weight breaks his arm. The pain is unbearable. His hope shatters. Desperate, he tries to record one final message, but his phone slips from his hand and falls. He refuses to go back down for it. He holds his position, barely conscious. Suddenly, more mud pours down. Instinctively, he raises his hands to protect himself, and then he sees it. Light. His face breaks through the surface. Fresh air fills his lungs. Against all odds, he has made it. He is alive. In the post-credits scene, we see his hand and face emerging from the mud. The location is remote, far from any road or town, a place where no one ever passes by. He survived through sheer effort, unbreakable willpower, and a stroke of luck. And just like that, the movie ends, not with his death, but with his survival.